Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel, I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Welcome to our probiotic / keto haul. Grocery haul, Costco / I went to our local co-op this morning and got a bunch of probiotic food. We are currently in transition, in case you couldn't tell. This is a new kitchen. This is not our permanent kitchen. This is an Airbnb. We're staying here temporarily for like a month and a half. I've been treating for something called SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. And part of that is taking a pretty gnarly round of, for me personally, it was a double dose of antibiotics. And I have since then been trying to stay on track and do kind of a SIBO friendly, like low FODMAP style diet, and slowly starting to reintroduce probiotic foods and probiotic supplements. Basically, it's not been going well for me since then. I've been really struggling to stay on track with that. I've really been struggling with like emotions and thoughts and cravings and all of those sorts of things. It's just been a really big challenge for myself. I was talking to my husband about it last night, and he suggested that perhaps it's ever since I took the antibiotics, it's been just a terrible struggle for me. I was talking to him about it, and he suggested going and picking up some kefir and kombucha and just some probiotic foods and things like that. So I thought that was a fantastic idea. So on my way to work, I kind of went a little bit overboard and got a ton of probiotic foods. And you might be wondering, why don't you have your own probiotic foods? And I might answer that with, we are in transition and getting ready to move possibly across the country soon. So I don't have a whole lot of probiotic foods. I have some miso that's going, but that's not going to be ready for a very long time. There is some corned beef, and then I have some beet kvass, but that is pretty much the extent of it at the moment. A lot of my other stuff I had to just go through. It's just not easy to travel with a bunch of homemade probiotic foods. So anyways, I don't have a whole bunch at the moment. So I went to the store and picked some up. And so I thought that I would share this with you guys, because not everybody has the opportunity to make a whole bunch of probiotic foods, and not everybody can nurture a bunch of mothers and starters and cultures and stuff like that. So I thought that I would show you some things that you can get around you that you may not even realize are actually probiotic foods. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start off with our Costco haul, and I'm gonna kind of just go through each thing and tell you what it's kind of about, why I got it, and then we'll move on to our local co-op as well. And it's not 100% food or probiotics. Some of it is just some comfort items and things just to kind of help myself feel better. So the first thing that I got was some smoked salmon. This is a keto item. It is 1 gram of carb and 80 calories per 2 tablespoons. And this is $11.49. I've never tried this before. I figured I would just give it a shot, see how it is, to see if I like it. And if I do, then awesome. If I don't, then I'm sure my husband will enjoy it. But I got those because I thought it would be great to dip these in it. And these are fantastic thing to curb cravings. This particular brand and this particular flavor, chili salt classic, this is the best flavor in my opinion. I've tried 2 other kinds. The green kind, a jalapeno, surprisingly I do not like it at all. And I tried one other variety, I can't remember what it is, but it was okay. It wasn't fantastic, but this red kind is the best, and I thought it would be delicious to try dipping in this, so that's why I got it. Like I said, if not, oh well. And then this here, this is seaweed. These things are so good. It's 100 calories and it will curb any craving that you have. It is nice and salty, and it has a little bit of fat in there. This whole package here is 120 calories, and 100 calories, right? Yeah, 100 calories. It's 20 grams or 20 calories per serving, and it says there's 5 servings in each of these little bags. No. These are something, if you have a heart, if you like to munch, these are great because they're such a low carb, like per hand to mouth movement, that they're just great. And they have a fantastic taste. I love them. Okay, so next, these aren't necessarily keto. These are a little bit higher carb, but these are ones that I plan on just kind of keeping like in my car or something like that, and just having kind of on hand just to mitigate any kind of munching that I might want to have. These are $17.99, so not the best deal. 12 packages that are 1.5 ounces each, so it's not terrible. Korean barbecue pork, just kind of like little, you can see here, they're kind of like little nuggets, kind of. I don't know what you call them. Chia seeds. We have chia seeds, but they're in storage. They're packed up, and these are great to add into a bunch of the that had a good seal in it, but into the kefir and things like that. And it's a great way to kind of give it some bulk. And these are 3 tablespoons is 150 calories. So you usually just put like 1 tablespoon and leave it in like yogurt or kefir or something like that overnight in the fridge, and it kind of bulks up. It gets like this, almost like a mucilage kind of coating on it. And it's just, it's really hard to describe. And you can also buzz it up in your what do you call it, in your coffee grinder, and then that will make it a little bit easier to digest. But you can just kind of use this as a way to kind of bulk up the things that you're eating if you just need to fill yourself up for the most part. Some pecans, 1 gram of net carbs, and these are sweetened with, it's pecans, erythritol, and butter, cinnamon, salt, and monk fruit extract. So it's pretty clean ingredients on here, and 1 net carb per 1/4 cup. So, I mean, that's pretty decent. And these were $13.99 and 20-ounce bags. So these are pretty good. These are also something I was planning on just kind of keeping in my car in case I want to have a little sweet something while I'm driving. I have a really long drive to work now, and it's about to get even longer next month with a bunch of traffic for like local events and stuff like that. So these will kind of be great if I need to have something sweet, but I don't want to have anything, I don't want to, you know, break off and go crazy. Oh gosh, almost broke those. These are great. 6-pack for $11.99. That's a really good deal. If you buy kombucha in the store, these things are at least usually $3.99 a bottle. You can get them on sale, but they're usually $3.99 per bottle. So I got 6 of these for $11.99. So these are $2 each. Screaming deal. These are raw kombucha. Fantastic. I am going to be I'm going to be starting kombucha, SCOBY. I'm going to order one from Etsy so I can have it ready and start to brew a lot quicker, because these are going to add up really quick if I don't start doing that. But I just haven't, kombucha has not been a part of my life for a while, but I'm ready to start to reintroduce it just to kind of get the probiotics and things like that, because kombucha specifically has really great, very specific probiotics to it that are just wonderful for your gut. So I really want to start incorporating more of this in my life and more of these into my gut. So I'm going to start making it so it doesn't cost so much. But in the meantime, Costco is a great place to get that. And I got these 2 bottles of, these are pickled asparagus. And if this whole jar, it says that 10 calories per serving, but it says 24 servings per. So if you were to eat this whole jar, it would be 240 calories. So not the end of the world if you did. So these are great, and it is 2 total grams of carbs, but it says less than 1 gram is of dietary fiber. So, you know, if you were to eat like 2 or 3 servings, which I can't imagine you could get through more than 2 or 3 of these servings, it's delicious. If you've never had pickled asparagus, oh my gosh, treat yourself and buy some of these. It's fantastic. So these are $10.99 for both of these. Fantastic deal. And you can pickle those if you want to buy them yourself. You can either pickle them, you can like refrigerator pickle them, or you can ferment them, and they're delicious either way. I love them. And then I got some Keto. This is another type of raw, shucks, I forgot to double check that this was raw. Let's make sure. It says gently pasteurized, so I've been foiled. Don't buy this kind at Costco. Well, I mean, you can, like you won't die, but like if you're trying to get the most probiotic bang for your buck, get this one. Avocado oil. I got, oh, and this was $12.69, but it was also $4.20 off. So it was a reasonable deal, but you know, we'll still drink it, but I'm not gonna buy it again. We got this avocado oil right here. This one is 67.6 ounces. It's 2 liters basically. It's a little over, no. Yeah, it's 2.11 quarts. So it says it's 2 liters and it's $19.99. So $10 per liter, which is not a bad deal for avocado oil, and it is organic. Why don't I read these labels ahead of time? Okay. This is not organic oil, but it'll be just fine. I've bought that stuff quite a few times. I was wondering, I thought it was organic. The kind that they had there before with the same brand was organic, and so I did not check the label. Again, make sure you check your labels while you're at the store. Don't assume they don't change. Even if it's at Costco, they will change it up on you a couple times. Okay, so the avocado oil, I love avocado oil mostly for, it has a high smoke point and it's really delicious in making mayonnaise and all kinds of mayonnaise-y type sauces. So that video is gonna be coming up here this week. I'm gonna be making mayonnaise from home because I just wanna have a delicious a probiotic mayonnaise made at home, and I'm going to be showing you guys a new product, so make sure that you guys look out for that one. It's hopefully going to be a good product. It's one that was sent to me, so we're going to test it out and I'm going to let you know how I like it. It's an immersion blender because I stupidly packed my immersion blender, so I was actually really excited when the company reached out to me, and we are going to give that one a try. I'm going to try it today, but you guys are going to see it in a couple of days, so make sure that you guys stay tuned for that one. It should be pretty good. It's a really good price if it's a good product. So okay. Then we have this Tuscany marinade. This is like a Rouse version. It has the same macros as Rouse, but it's a Kirkland brand. And this one is actually organic. That's why I like this one. I like this one a lot. And so this one is delicious. I have a couple of recipes coming up that I'm going to show you guys. And one of them is brought to you by my friend Tangi over at Freedom Homestead. It's like almost like poached eggs that are poached in tomato sauce. It's like a tomato sauce water mixture. It's delicious. She made it for me when I was there for the Homesteaders of America conference in January, and it was so delicious. So I'm gonna be making that for you guys. Okay, this is a 0 carb beef jerky. I've had this stuff before. It's good beef jerky. It's just something that's great to have on hand if you need to just kind of have a little munch on something. The nice thing about having these things that are a little bit higher in salt is it really tends to curb your cravings really quickly, I've found. Things that are high in salt and not crazy high in fat, but things that do have fat in it. And this is not something that's high in fat, but it is high in protein, and it's higher in salt. So these things, I found if you don't have like blood pressure issues, or if you don't have issues with salt, which I do not, these are great to have on hand. They really curb the cravings quickly because I don't know what it is about salt, but it just curbs my cravings very, very quickly, so I don't have a problem with it. Okay, what's next? Mozzarella. I just thought that this would be a delicious thing to have. It's in these little 3, I don't know if you can see through the packaging here. Let's see if I can. It's 3 of these little balls in one package, and I'm assuming that that's a serving. It doesn't say. It just says there's 24 servings and 1 ounce per serving. And these look like they're about 1 ounce. It would make sense that each of these is a little package. So I'm assuming that each of those is a serving, and it's 70 calories. So I mean, that's a pretty decent deal. You can have 1 or 2 of those as a snack and you're good to go. You can put it on like you could eat it with these, and it would be a good rounded snack. What's next? Strive. This is biltong. If you guys haven't had this stuff, it's so good. It's like, I don't know what is so different about it. I think I wish I knew what was different about it. It's like beef jerky, but it's not. This stuff is so good. And this hickory smoked stuff, so good. So good. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. It's delicious. So $12.79 for that one. And then this is the one thing I bought that's totally not keto at all. I just wanted to have, I love ramen. So I bought this one. I'm probably gonna have it for dinner tonight, but we'll see. I don't know. I love ramen. I've never had anything like this, so I figured I'd give it a try. Okay, so we're done with the Costco portion. I'm gonna bring you over here and we're gonna go through what we got at the co-op. Most of the things that I got here are probiotics or probiotic foods, rather. I didn't buy any actual probiotic supplements, but probiotic foods and just kind of some comforting things for the most part. A lot of these things are pretty easy to make at home, but it's just something that I just don't have the capacity to do right now. And so I thought that I wanted to have them in my life at the moment, and I figured that you guys might like having the alternative. I think I said that earlier, but I thought that you guys might enjoy having this on hand and knowing what kind of options are actually out there, because there's a lot of options out there. If you have a kind of a health food store like is where I went, you have a lot more options, but even at Safeway, not really Walmart, but like Fred Meyer, Kroger's, QFC, Albertsons, whatever options are in your area, they all have some level of these type of foods there. So first thing up is this. They actually have this at Costco in a bigger tub and different variety. I think it's the Spears, but I have never personally had these, but a friend of mine has, and she said they're delicious. Not necessarily the chips, but she had the ones that she bought the Costco pack. So I'm really excited to give these ones a try. Should be delicious. These are just some probiotic chips, pickle chips. Those were $6.19. Bub's sauerkraut. I got this one. I got the spicy sauerkraut. I'm really excited to try this one. If the pickles are any indication, they're probably not very spicy, but I figured it's better than plain, so I wanted to give it a try. If you're buying sauerkraut, make sure that you buy it from the refrigerated section. If it's not refrigerated, it's not probiotic. If it's just on the shelf, it's been pasteurized and it doesn't have any probiotics to it. So, okay, and then I got these Bub's pickles. I had a couple of these on my lunch break at work. They are delicious, but they're not spicy. I got 2 of these. This one is just a plain yogurt. I tried to find a yogurt there that said grass-fed, and I couldn't find one that was in a little cup I wanted to have portion control. So that's why I didn't get the big tub. But I got this one. I couldn't find, this brand is typically grass-fed cows, but this particular bottle doesn't say it, so I'm not gonna say that it is. It is organic, non-GMO, and like I said, this brand typically is grass-fed, but I won't say it is. But I got 2 of these plain ones, and I got 2 of these. I already had one of these. It was delicious. I had it at lunch. I had it for lunch at work, but I got this here. I'll tell you about that in a minute, and this is what I'm going to use to kind of sweeten it, because this has much fewer carbs, and it's great to have these sort of things on hand to sweeten up your yogurt, so you can still have the low carb, but still have a nice flavor to it. Those were $1.89 and 64 cents off, so whatever the math on that is what it was. Okay, GT's Aqua Kefir. I got several different types. Where's my kefir? So I got 2 of the types of these. I got this one I already drank, as you can see, but I saved the bottle. Save these bottles if you like to make kombucha. These are great to use in kombucha. And this was good. It's the water kefir. It is the pomegranate brand, or pomegranate flavor, and it's delicious. And if you don't know GT's brand, they're all, to my knowledge, all of them are raw. They're not pasteurized, so these are a great option for getting some good probiotics in your gut. So that one, and that was $3.99. And then Health Aid Watermelon. These also are, they were raw last time I checked. I can't see anywhere on here where it says that it is raw, but I have read these labels before on this brand, and they were organic. So I'm just gonna say they're organic. This is $3.99, and you'll notice on these bottles, the calorie count and the carb count, you can see they're crazy high. You have to remember, when they bottle these, they have to label what is put in them. And when you ferment these, the food for the probiotics is the sugar. So that I don't know exactly what the sugar content is. I don't concern myself with it terribly much, but it is not as high as it says on the label because it has been consumed. So bear that in mind. If you need to keep track of your blood sugars and things like that, do so. But these are not, they're not going to be as high carb count as they say they are on here. Like I said, they just put what they put on the label, what they put in it, not what is still remaining. Okay, and then this one here, it's a peach pineapple water kefir. I'm excited to try that one, $3.99 also. GT's Watermelon Wonder. This one, I have had this type before. This is delicious. Again, $3.99. You can see why I'm gonna make my own kombucha at this point. I can make probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 gallons for the price of one of these bottles. But if you don't have the option, definitely try them. So, or definitely get them. GT's Sacred Life. I bought 2 of these because I had this when I was in Hawaii. My sister bought one of these and I thought it was delicious, so I knew I'd like it. So I bought 2 of those. I already had one on my lunch break. It was delicious. So I bought 2 of those, $3.99 each. And then this one, the big mumbo jumbo bottle. This is 48 ounces, so this is the equivalent of what, like 3 of those bottles, I think, whatever math is on that one. And that was $9.99, so it is worth getting the larger bottle if you plan to use it all. Cottage cheese, if you did not know about it, cottage cheese is typically a fermented food. Not 100% of the time, but organic, cultured, pasteurized skim milk, pasteurized cream, organic non-fat milk, salt, citric acid, guar gum, organic locust bean gum. This might not be the best cottage cheese in the world, but I gave it a try. And so most good cottage cheese is fermented. This here, I don't know what kind of fermented drink this is, but it's a Good Belly probiotics. And this one is, it says 20 billion probiotics per serving, and it's pomegranate, blackberry, some kind of fermented drink. I just figured I'd give it a try. It sounded delicious. $4.99. Lifeway's gluten-free, whole milk kefir strawberry. This one here, this was $6.99. This is 4 cups, 1 quart of strawberry probiotic. This is grass-fed, and organic, and all the good things, except it's pasteurized milk. I couldn't find any non-pasteurized milk kefir, so we just went with this one. And I do have some milk kefir going in my fridge. I just need to actually do something with it, but I just was looking for quick action, so this is what I went with. Okay, so this stuff, I had the peach, and it's delicious, and this one, I'm sure it's the same brand, so I'm sure it'll be delicious as well. Maple Hills kefir, this is the plain kefir that I bought. This stuff is good. I like this brand. They have it around here. You know, it is pretty common, kind of local-ish type of brand. It's organic, it's grass-fed. This one is plain. And so that one, we can also add this to it to sweeten it up. That's why I got it. Because these have much lower, it has much lower carb count on the label. I'm not sure what it is in the bottle, but I'm sure it is less in the bottle as well. Simply because, you know, it's not sweetened. Milk kefir peach. Yeah, so the peach, this was $5.99. Oh, this was $6.99. And then this one was $5.99. I don't know why this one is so much cheaper than this one, but maybe because this one's not grass-fed. I just realized it doesn't say grass-fed on the label. See this one here, it says grass-fed right here, and this one does not. So I'm guessing that's probably the difference. I just realized that. Again, check your labels, people. Okay, Grace Harbor kefir. This here, I've had this stuff before. It is delicious. So good. I bought the vanilla kind. This is also kind of a local-ish type of brand. That was $4.79. Eucalyptus. Oh, and I got, this is bath salts. I'm gonna take a bath after this. So this one, I got this one, and this one is a eucalyptus spruce. It's purifying. And then I got cedar sage. This one is restoring. I don't know why. I just got them. So I'm kind of excited about that. Bamboo cotton swabs. This is the only kind of Q-tips they had. We packed our Q-tips and we cannot find them. They were $5.99 for 200, which is ridiculously expensive. Oh, I don't have them. It's 2 keto cookies that I bought. They were $1.99 each. It's L&L Keto. I think it's Larry and something else. Larry and Lonnie or something like that. It was decent. I left them in my locker at work so I'd have something to munch on so I wouldn't be tempted at work. But yeah, I had the peanut butter one, and there was also chocolate chip cookie. Peanut butter one was pretty decent. I wouldn't say it was necessarily worth the calories, but you know, if it saves you from, you know, having a burger and fries, it'll help you. And then, oh, a biltong. Where did that one go? I had saved the wrapper. This is another biltong. This one is spicy peri-peri. I don't know what a peri-peri is, but this stuff was delicious. And the whole package was 160 calories, and it was a reasonable size. Like it was more than enough for a snack. So it was definitely delicious. Pretty low calorie, and almost no carbs. The whole package was less than 1 gram. So I would definitely recommend this, not necessarily this whole brand, but this particular kind, because I also bought a different kind. It was like a beef crisp. It was like air dried, crispy, beef crisp thing. It was disgusting. I threw it away at the gas station at Costco. It was awful. It was so revolting. It was the same brand. I don't know what I wish I would have saved the package just so I could spare you from it. But it was the same brand, and it was SW Verde, but it was revolting. It was just, it tasted like you're eating crunchy cardboard that was stale. It was awful. It was so disgusting. I hope you never try it. It was so bad. Okay. And then I got some kind of like a chocolate peanut butter a gluten-free, grain-free, or gluten-free. I think it was just gluten-free. It was like the little pretzel things that are filled with the chocolate peanut butter stuff. They were okay. They were not that great. It was a Quinn brand, I think. I wouldn't recommend them. I also didn't finish them. I threw them away at Costco. And then also these sweet drops. These were $13.29, but I had a $2 off coupon. And I think that about wraps it up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that it kind of gave you some insight into some things that you can get. If you are wanting some probiotic foods, you don't always have to make it yourself. It's way more expensive if you don't make it yourself. So you're definitely gonna be saving some money if you make it yourself, which is what I'm gonna start doing. If you wanna try out fermented foods, you're not sure if you like it, definitely give these guys a try. They are delicious. And I've had most of the things that are here on the table, with the exception of these pickles. I think I've had this once before. I've had most of the things that are on this counter, and most of them are completely delicious. I have not tried this particular variety, but I love the Bubby's brand. If it's not sour enough for you when you buy it, leave it out on the counter. Pro tip, leave it out on the counter for a little bit longer and it will continue to ferment. I hope that this gives you some insight into some things that you can buy if you are starting to recover from a round of antibiotics, or if you just need to populate your guts with some good stuff and help yourself feel better. Because I can tell you what, I feel infinitely better than I felt yesterday. I can tell you what, even after just this one day of probiotic binging, I don't know if you call it that, but anyways, just really hitting it hard on the probiotic foods. I feel so much better, and I'm sure that I will continue to feel even more better. So I hope that you guys do as well. Remember, you can buy it in the store. It's okay. It's more expensive, but it's okay. And it can get you through a hard time until you can actually make it for yourself. So make sure you do that. I hope you guys check this out. If you guys have any probiotic foods that you like to buy in the store that you think are delicious, any brands or any things that people should stay away from, let us know down below. We would love to learn from you. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps with all the googly algorithmic things. And if you guys are new around here, I like to do all kinds of, I do haul videos like this, but I also do fermenting, freezing, dehydrating, canning. I do canning also, and all sorts of different food preservation stuff. We're in the middle of we're in a transitional period, so things are going to be different over the next little bit of a while. But anyways, if any of that sounds interesting, make sure you check out the subscribe button right here. This is where all the fun happens. Up here is a video that Mr. Google Pants thinks you're going to enjoy. This is my last Costco haul, and then up here is going to be one of my haul lists. So make sure you check that one out. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.